you caught me in the process of putting some pegs in this little thing. I've already pre-drilled my holes for this size peg. So put a little glue on there. I've already glued these. These are somewhat dry, but last night, after about an hour, I attempted to take it apart and it just fell apart on me. So it dawned on me that the glue on the end grain might not be the strongest bet in the long run. It did stay together this morning when I took it apart. But I had this dowel, and I don't want to have problems with it in the future, so alright, 3 to go. I want to get that glue off of my saw because it'll plug up the teeth. Alright, a little sanding here and see what happens. I got to put handles on here before I round off the inside, but we'll round off the bottom. It up right nicely. This little 3/16 inch round over. Just kind of eases that edge a little bit. Makes it where it slide in and out of the drawer cavity a little better. I'm pleased. I'm going to go glue in the handles. Now here's a little detail. I hope you can see this. I'm going to glue that in as a little handle, that way my finger can fit right under there on each side and lift them right out. Otherwise it's going to be hard to get that out of the drawer because it's going to fit so close in there. But I'm fixing to glue those up. I'm just eyeing that, trying to get it as close to center as I can get it. I need to make me something to hold my glue bottle upside down. Spent half the day waiting on that glue to come down. I think I'm going to put a peg through into this as well, because it will take more stress than the corners to some extent, because I'll be pulling it out with it every time. Dry a while. That done, then I can run that little round over and we'll be cooking. I like that. Well, here's the results of last night's and this morning's work, finally. A little handle there just so you can lift it out of the drawer. First time I've ever done 45-degree joinery on the corners. Didn't work out great, but it'll work. It's functional. But I learned a lot. I could do it better now. What is it they say? Always build somebody else's house first, and then build your own. But anyway, I'm pleased. First time, hey, I'll take it. Tell you what, I'm gonna do a little thing here. I never used one of these devices before, but I've never done this kind of made a project like this. So this, I know most of you out there that do woodwork all the time, you know what these are, and so I learned a lot from YouTube, because as I was beginning, you know, I don't do this every day for a living, so I didn't know all the tricks of the trade, but you find a lot on YouTube that you can learn. So for somebody who's never used one of these like I hadn't, if you're going to make a box, really it could be butt joints, it could be half laps, it could be 45s, it could be whatever. This thing, really, I'm pleased with it. You have to, it's a strap, like a little buckle in there that you run that through, and then this acts as a ratchet. Every time you do that, it pulls this tight. So what you do, and this is cleverly done in that when you put it on the corner, I don't know if you can see that detail, there's just a little bit of space left right there. What that does is two things. You squeeze out where your glue is accommodated, sorta. I'm still working on that. That was one of the things I wasn't real pleased with, but I'll figure that out. And it turns out that the metal must attack the lignin in this wood or something, because it turned black on me where the metal and the glue hit the wood. So next time I'm going to use wax paper there. That's one of the little things I learned. But anyway, that's just a corner, if you can see it, and it accommodates the belt right through there, and you've got 4 of them. So put each corner, you thread all of that, and you put each corner around the corner of the box that you're trying to create. They do give you a rather long strap. I suppose if I do much into small like this, which is probably the most of what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to probably get one of these and cut it down so I don't have to deal with that much strap every time. But this is just cooler than a cucumber, the way this works. Okay, enough room there. There's 2 little things here you have to catch with your thumbs. Now, you might know a better way to do it. My first time doing it, but that's how I found to loosen it. Do that. That's the one weakness of it. It's hard to get any slack, because you got to be pulling both of them at the same time. All right. Anyway, so now when we fit these 4 corners on here, then you just start to ratchet, and as you ratchet it tighter, it starts to tighten up, and you can adjust your corners. Get them tight, and then ratchet it on down, tighten it. That was all the clamp I used, and it turned out I was happy, real happy. But now that I've learned my wax paper trick, I got to go back and clean these out. A little bit of glue got in here, but all I need is put a little piece of wax paper on each corner and it'll be fine. But anyway, the Irwin band clamp, 1 inch by 15 feet. I like it for the first time. I don't have anything else to compare it to because I've never used anything else, so I don't know if it's better or worse, but it worked for me. Alright, as you can see, I reinforced my handle with some pegs as well as the corners. I put 1 on the long end, and I put 2 on the short side, and then 2 on the long side. That way they don't run into each other. See how that clamp, I sanded it down. Believe me, that looks a lot better than it did when I started, but I couldn't get it all out. I guess it went down into the wood too deep. Might have to get a little better at matching my corners, but really, first time, that's not too bad. It really looks good on the top. There it is.